Okay, Dad, so we're going for your fourth and final lesson here, right? What do you want to work on? We're talking chipping. What do you want to work on?
I want to work on shot selection.
Yep.
And also the, I suppose the lobby one, the ones around when you short side yourself.
So when you've not got a lot of fringe and not got a lot of green to work with.
Yeah.
Right, okay, let's start there, then we'll go into some shot selection. Love it. That is majestic. How did that feel?
That felt great.
So, as we said, we're going to talk through exactly how you would play this shot right now, so the short-sided one when you've not got a lot of distance between the fringe and the flag, and go through some scenarios and shot selection.
Okay.
Okay, so you just addressed the ball, Dad. So, in the past, you may have just used a more lofted club and just put the ball back in your stance and accepted that was as high as you could get it.
That's correct.
Okay, so just play one for us there, because it's not necessarily the worst shot in the world, this, when you get this right. So this could be one option for you. Nice. But I want to talk about a different option if you've got to get it really high and stop it really quick, because there are scenarios where we need that.
Okay.
So, first thing, grab your most lofted club. So you've got 58 degrees in your hand here.
58.
Which is your most lofted club.
Is.
You may have like a 60, 62. So these are the scenarios where you want to have a lot of loft in our hand. I also now, Dad, want you to work on your ball position. So we're going to move it a little bit more towards the centre of our stance. This helps not get as much forward shaft lean. So if you simply looked at this here, ball back, more forward shaft lean, reducing loft. Ball a bit more up, a little bit less forward shaft lean, and then we're going to open, relax those hands, we're going to open that face slightly. So straight away now, you're looking at that club thinking,
I'm going to knife this.
well, nice, just what we want to think when we're on a chip. But okay, so you can see why that would go higher. You've not got the ball as far back in your stance.
That's correct.
With forward shaft lean.
Yep.
You've got it further up in your stance, and we've added some loft. Okay, so we need a little bit of a different release. So in the past, you will have been, and I know this for a fact because I've played golf with you a lot, your chips are just all like this, which are brilliant for the chip and run, but they don't give you much option.
No.
When you're in scenarios like this.
They don't.
I want you to think about it this way, Dad, and this is for everybody as well. If I've got the ball a little bit up in my stance, more towards the middle, still weight on your left hand side, Dad. Can we practice feeling as though that back edge of your golf club brushes that ground and we start to point that loft back at you? Good. So yeah, it will feel a little bit more like this. It's like a semi-bunker shot, is how I describe it. We all know you're good at them after last week. Okay, so a little bit of cupping, as opposed to your normal chip, a little bit more this way.
That's correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that would be your chip and run. Do it again, show us again.
A chip and run.
Show us chip and run, just pause at me. Good. Now show us the softer one, adding and keeping loft on the club. Good. So you're getting some loft and you're getting some speed working in this direction, which is allowing you to get the ball in the air.
Yep.
Okay, so picture this. Watch me, Dad, here. If I showed you and then we'll show the camera. Ball more in the middle, weight on your left, a little bit more open with the face, and we're keeping weight left and keeping loft on the club. Okay? Because we want loft, we want speed to get height. Let me show you here, guys. This situation. This way. This way, not ball back, just with a more lofted club, because you're going to tend to hit a limit on what you can do there. Okay, right, proof's in the pudding here. Let's hit one away. Lovely release. Love that. Okay, so we need a bit of speed because we want more loft with some speed. Give us the height. Love it. That is majestic. How did that feel?
That felt great.
Just to take 30 seconds of your time before we jump back into looking at that shot selection with my dad. So if we think about the release this way, if we are releasing it more this way, we are sort of keeping the loft or even taking a little bit of loft off our club. If we now release it a little bit more in this manner with a little bit of cupping and feeling as though I'm putting speed in this direction, one, it allows me to get more speed, but two, it allows me to keep the same loft or add a little bit of loft, giving me some height. It's also shallowing my angle of attack out by moving my ball forwards. Combine all those factors and it allows you to get the ball to go higher in a shorter space of time. So ideal for when you're short-sided around the green. Okay, remember, we're going to get into shot selection now. Now, there's one thing being able to hit the shot, but choosing the right one is key. Okay, Dad, I want you to hit 2 more shots for me. And we just spoke about this here. I always found the ball. 2 more shots, okay? I want you to think about this. It's subtle. It's not like dramatic what we're trying to do here. Understanding that ball in the middle, okay? Weight a little bit left, more loft on the club, and we're keeping that loft on through the shot, giving us more height. Love it. Love it. Look how soft and high that landed. Okay, Dad, so you've already got 58. I want you to grab 54 and 7 iron. So this is going to help us understand shot selection around the green. We're going to start with chip and run. Let's go.
Okay.
So when you're out on the golf course, I use these rules. And you've noticed Dad's changed club. We've got 7 iron out. We've got 58 and 54. So first rule is, if you can put it, let's put it. Well, we can't put that because we've got some thicker grass there and quite a lot of fringe to go over. I mean, we could put it, but it would be a bit of a guesstimate.
It would.
Okay, so next resort, if I can chip it, let's run it. Okay,
Yep.
we can chip and run this one, so that's why we're going for that shot here. And last resort, getting it in the air. So how I think about it this way, you've got 3 clubs, okay?
I have.
And now we're going to hit sort of 3 different shots. So this would be 7 iron, chip and run. I want you to feel you've got the ball towards the back of your stance now, and then you're getting that feeling of this release, not the scoop feeling, that more driven feeling, because you want that ball to run. You want that ball to come out lower. Nicely played. Okay, go again. A little bit firm, but see how that one's running, Dad?
I did.
So that's really nice. So you've got to think, you're making these shots as easy as you can. Okay, and final one. Is it in? Is it in? Okay, Dad, scenario number 2. So if we looked at this one in a little bit more detail here, okay, you can't really chip and run this.
No.
Because if you used a club like a 7 iron, it would bounce here and it would run too much. So this is the key thing though. We don't need it too aerial, do we?
No.
So we're going to go 54.
Thank you.
But what I
Okay.
want you to do here, Dad, is I want you to use that same sort of shot you just played chip and run with.
Okay.
Because you're not wanting to add loft here, are you?
No, no,
It's
don't.
sort of like a safety shot. So really building into this right now is sort of, I think 80 to 85% of the time, you're going to use this sort of normal release where you're not scooping it, but then you definitely need that. If you're going to lower your scores, we're going to have points where we do short side.
Do short side yourself.
It's easy for you to say.
It is.
Okay, so I want you to play 3 shots away here to this flag. You're going normal release. You're not looking to hit that sort of scoopy number. Lovely, really nicely played. Oh, bit of check, look at him. Lovely, and one more. Nice. So just a little bit of height, lofting it up, get a bit of spin, and get it to stop nicely. Now, the idea with this is, if you have a bit more of an assertive plan, you're going to commit to that shot.
We are.
As soon as you don't have any commitment or have an actual idea what you're trying to do, you're going to leave yourself open to terrible, terrible hits. Okay, final scenario, short-sided over a bunker. This is where you know what shot's coming up. Okay, so this is literally a prime example. Look where Dad is down here. Look how little distance he has between the fringe and the flag. This is where he's gone 58 degree. We're lofting it up into the air and we're trying to get it to land softly. Okay, Dad, you ready?
I am ready.
You know what release you're going with?
A cup, little slightly cup one.
Yes, good. So you've got a little bit of assertiveness of what's going on here. Oh, he's played a gem. Oh, I got caught in the fringe. Okay, just a little bit more. That's you, baby. Look at that. Oh. Okay, go on. Really test yourself. These are the shots which keep your round going. Oh, he's played a gem again. I mean, you'd be happy with them, right?
I would be. Well, it tends to, for some reason, I'm slightly pulling them.
Well, there's a little bit above your feet there.
Yeah.
But also, because you're releasing it with some loft, it might feel like that you're going to do that some way.
It does.
So, do you feel better about that higher shot?
I feel a lot better about it, yes.
Do you also feel better about what shot selection?
I do.
Okay,
Thank
fab.
you, son.
That was really genuine, thanks,
I know.
Dad. Over and out.